I made previous videos talking about the Department of Justice sweeping through to address crime in the city of Houston. We're going to take a trip back to the month of November of 2022 in the midst of all these changes and program rollouts to a Houston police officer whose car was shot up by a man wielding an AK-47. And I put a photo of the damage caused to the officer's vehicle here. The HPD Assistant Chief Wyatt Martin said the officers were lucky not to have been wounded after the windshield of their patrol unit was left riddled with bullet holes. A man armed with the rifle was shot multiple times after opening fire on police during a shootout early Thursday in northwest Houston. This happened just before 1 o'clock in the morning on Bingle Road near Highway 290. HPD said this started when police spotted a car driving really erratically, running red lights and speeding. Once they tried to stop the 34-year-old driver, and then he threw something out of the car before turning south and on Bingle Road. The driver lost control, he hit a tree and spun out. Now, the driver then opened fire with a short AK-47 style rifle and didn't have a stock through his windshield at the police. Okay? The two officers returned fire, hitting the shooter multiple times. Now, these two police officers, one is a 4-year veteran and another a 3-year veteran, which thankfully were not injured in the shooting. The suspect driver was shot in the arm and the leg. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. So, this shooting was so crazy that one of the officers said, quote, when you look at the windshield and look at the police vehicle, the amount of bullets from the AK-47, the amount of bullets from an AK-47 and they're not hurt at all, that's pretty incredible, which it is, guys. I mean, AK-47s, I've fired those a couple times. One of my favorite weapons, personally. But to fire it at a police officer, this is in Afghanistan, friend. Okay? Martin said the shooter could face attempted capital murder of a police officer charges. He was also wearing an ankle monitor, meaning there could have been other charges pending. So he just decided he wasn't going back, and that's one of the things, right? Some guys, they just don't want to go back, and they'll do whatever it is to not go back to jail. Chief Fenner said HPD is working with federal partners, see, what did I tell you, to determine if federal charges will be filed. The feds have already been in the city, friend. Okay. So, guys, this is something that I just wanted to give to you in lieu of all these initiatives that I've been talking about. There's a reason for this. If you can have a guy who could just unload on two HPD officers with an AK-47, that tells you what kind of times we in, folks. This is the Bayou City Report checking out. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless. Peace.